It's autopsy time, Valent Turbo Max. It was given to me by a subscriber. It had an intermittent fault that the previous engineer, but they couldn't work out what it was. They condemned it, and the chap that gave it to me was the installer of the new boiler. In this, I show a fault finding procedure to try and work out what was wrong with this boiler. No ideas about what had gone on with this boiler or anything. I just take it as a learning thing to try and find out what was wrong with it. We're going to crack on with this, and I hope you enjoy the video. I just wanted to say a massive thanks to everyone. 700 subscribers, 60,000 views or thereabouts. Massive thanks. I hope you enjoy the video. Give it a big thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Let's go to work. Here's the deal. One of my subscribers has donated this Turbo Max. In its day, this was a decent boiler. Point of this, I normally strip these down. Everything's here on this one. Circuit board. This has seen better days. There's no pressure in it, clearly, because it's not connected up to anything. Got a time switch. One of the knobs is missing. This one feels like it's, this one isn't even connected. Anyway, plug on the end of it. Just see what happens. Fan's running. Okay, so fast. We'll disconnect the air pressure switch. Air pressure switch. No. Ooh. I don't know what that is. I'm curious. I just want to. Oh, it's changed this time. So the pump's running. Oh, this is disconnected. I've not got any idea about anything about this. Ooh. So we've put the air pressure switch back in. No, fan's not running now. Oh, what a shame. I was having so much more fun. $240 now. That's a bit weird, isn't it? We're going to try and turn it back on. Now it's sparking, so once is the second time. I don't suggest anyone do this. Okay, and then it goes to F28. You would clearly reset. It's amazing it's got enough draft. That's a typical spark pattern. There you go. It thinks it's got a flame because it's doing it. So this probe here is the rectification. So it senses the earth. As you can see, it's the new modified version. So I've got the pump out here. Show you what is going on. Turn it on. Pump should run. There you go. Spun that up. So then in theory it would move on to fan, but clearly it's not. So let's see what happens. So it's running. Ignition. Recognises flame because the yellow light's on. Bingo, working boiler. Pull away, goes to spark. Recognises flame. Probably wants to see some heat here, otherwise I'd I'd say that was a working boiler. I'm doing some testing and I notice, finally, look, so that's been sitting there like that, and basically from where I'm standing I couldn't see that there was a break in it. That's what it looks like to me from there, so I couldn't see anything at all. Yeah, looks like a normal wire, looks like everything's fine, and when I tested it earlier you could see that it was fine. It was 240 volts. I come to it and it's just broken. So finally, there you go. So that was the issue, clearly. So here it is. That's the faulty bit. So this is the before, on the pipe bender lever arm, and clearly that's after. I'm just welding this up here. This is the pipe bender, so I'm trying to make it as bulletproof as possible. And that's the other side, that's the hinge side. So that's pretty well welded all the way around. Yeah, unfortunately it's cast, so it's, you can see all the pits in it already. Pretty decent. Sanded about that much off the forms, end up looking something like that, nice and smooth, and no ridge here. This is where the ridge would normally be, here on either side. So now I'm just printing a couple of bungs for the end of the pipes, just to cap them off, and then the idea is that I will put the bicycle handles over the top of it. So what I did was, I found that the old bolt was a little bit too small. It's also bent. Made a new one on the lathe, heat treated it, cut a new thread, and made it a bit more exact. So it's a bit more of a precision fit in here, all been stripped down. And on the ends here I've welded these, so I welded them so that they were secure. If I ever decided that I wanted to change this, I think I'll wear it out. I'll have worn it out. So on this is the little hook, and what I found was that this used to give you a little crease on here because this edge was really sharp. So I've rounded it over here so it's nice and smooth. And the same on here, you can see, giving it a coat of 2-pack lacquer. A couple of these, polished these up, these are the old ones. I've cleaned them up as best I can, re-drilled these, reamed them so they're a little bit closer, and yeah, there's a bit of movement in them, but needs to be some. This is aluminium, clearly this is steel, so we're going to put it back together. 3D printed a couple of these plugs for the end of here. Seems to fit nicely. That's nice. Must be for 22mm and this is 25, so that seems to go okay. But that looks pretty good. They don't look too bad, do they? Nice the way they end. Look at that. Oh, I'm well chuffed with that. So this bolt, not only when it pushes through, I've literally, as I say, I've just painted this. So this bit here locks against here. It's quite a decent fit, you can see there. If
I remember right, that goes that way. Okay. I don't really like buying new tools, not because I'm tight, just because I think everyone wants us to just buy new stuff, and you know, it's a bit like the phones, isn't it? We all need a new phone, do we? Not sure about that. But anyway, I guess that's a topic for another day. But clearly, so that can push through. Brass hammer. So that just locks up against there. I'll lock it. In fact, I'm going to see if I've got an M12. It's a bit fancy, isn't it? Nice. That's ace, look at that. So then we just put these bits back in. So this can be our first one. I did put a little scribe mark on there because I thought that might be handy. That's nice and tight. Just wanted to say a big thanks to all of you guys for all your comments and support on this. I never ever expected the I thought this was just going to be a bit of a laugh and there wouldn't really be much that people would find interesting. There it is. I guess the best thing to do is to test it. Rubbishy old pipe. Let's see how it performs. I'll say it's not the greatest of pipe. Needs to be a little bit. It's definitely a lot easier. Why? So I'll just go to there. It's definitely not as much effort. So pull that out. Well, that just slips out now. In this case, it works perfectly now. And I'll also put on a couple of marks so I know where things are. And no creases.